Hi everyone, it's Danielle from Teaching Well, and I'm so excited to be back with you today for a live guided mindfulness practice. Today we're going to keep it short and sweet because I know time is of the essence. And today, our practice is going to be about is all about knowing that we can handle whatever comes our way in uncertain times. And what I want to make sure that we really think about is that when I say you can handle this, what I mean is not that you need to do more, but that you know what you need and what you don't need, and you know what you're capable of and what you need to let go of. That is what I mean by handling this. Handling this doesn't mean that you have to control everything or do everything or be everything or have all the answers. Handling this is whatever this is what I'm trying to instill in all of us, including myself, is that ability to, be realistic about what's the situation and proceed in that awareness. So that's what I'm going to offer you today. It's going to be a little practice in how you can begin to handle some of these situations. And it starts with just getting in touch with, where we're feeling certain feelings and, really starting to tune into that for ourselves. So if you can get into a comfortable seated position, and if it feels better to be lying down, please feel free to lie down. And begin to just focus on your breathing, focus on your breath. Remember, our breath is always available. And just remember that you are capable of handling whatever comes your way. And these difficult emotions may get the better of you, but that you'll always get through them. And when we bring mindfulness practice to these hard times, you can train yourself to recognize your own resilience. We all have that ability. We can handle difficult situations. And again, that doesn't mean that we handle difficult situations by doing more or by being more. It means that we actually handle the difficult situations by checking in with ourselves and being honest about what we're capable of and what we need to let go of. What's actually ours to be involved with and what is somebody else's. So right now I'd like to invite you to ground yourself in your body. So just feel the weight of your body pulling yourself down towards the chair or to the floor. Maybe you feel your feet on the floor. Maybe your body's in your chair or the cushion. And just feel held for just a moment. And just bring to mind a difficult emotion that you have experienced recently. Don't focus on the whole story, just See if you can bring this emotion, this feeling to the present moment. And I'd like you to just check in with yourself. Where do you feel this in your body? Where do I feel this emotion that's present? Where does it reside in my body? And just see if you can tap into if anything feels overwhelming or unmanageable. But ask yourself if you're able to handle this emotion, this feeling in this moment. Just check in. Can I be with what is happening with this feeling in my body? If it's helpful, you can put your hand on your heart to comfort yourself. You can also just focus on your breathing as you're just working with this difficult emotion in your body. Next, move your attention to your mind or your mental state. So, when this emotion is present, how does your mind feel? What's going on there? And just again, bring this awareness to what's happening right now. And just notice the thoughts that arise and the general feeling of your mind. Again, just bring awareness to this. And again, ask yourself if anything arising is too much for you to handle. And now, for the final few moments of practice, reflect on all the pains and difficulties that you've gone through over your life. So just catalog the things that have been difficult for you. And just notice your ability to have handled those situations. You've made it to this moment today. No one else has experienced all of the blessings. No one else has experienced all of the tragedies that you have experienced. And that collective lifetime of experience is something that you have worked through. And that's a blessing. So just maybe give yourself a little love right now about all of the things that you have gone through in your own life to bring you to this moment. And draw on this as your natural resiliency through difficult times, and that you are capable of doing hard things, and that those hard things might mean to let go of control, let go of expectation, and let go of what's not yours to control. Take one more final inhale and exhale. I'm going to ring the bell, and when you can no longer hear the sound of the bell, you can allow your eyes to open. All right, everybody. I hope that you were able to draw on your natural resilience and see that our body and our mind may be handling and processing these difficult emotions, but they're nothing that we can't handle. So when we bring awareness to these things, then we are able to work with them more easily. So 3 ways that you could extend this practice into your life is to schedule check-ins to worry. So actually plan time to worry. I say that to people and they laugh, but sometimes we're always in our head worrying. And if we know that at the end of each day we're going to do a reflection and we'll write down some things that we're worried about, or before bed we might schedule time to worry about something and then we'll leave it till the next day. It allows us to free our headspace to what is actually happening in front of us. The next one is to use the serenity prayer, as I mentioned before, to kind of look at what is ours and what is not. So, serenity prayers grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. So, that idea is what is ours, what is not ours, and how can I differentiate those? So it might be helpful to, again, write some of those things down, especially if we're worrying, we're stressed. What is ours and what is not ours? And, there might need to be some hard decisions based on what you can and cannot control, whether, what that looks like for you individually. A third way to kind of work through difficult emotion situations, or things that are causing us to fear, is look at what's the worst and what's the best, and then proceed. So if you look at what's the worst that could happen and what's the best that could happen, you are being realistic, and perhaps there are things that you didn't think about that could be really beneficial about a certain situation. By looking at what's the worst that could happen, maybe you quell some of the fears that you have, or you bring some to the surface. So again, we're not looking to make everything rosy and cheerful. It's more, how can we bring awareness to what is actually happening in our lives? So a lot of things with this are about journaling, which I think can be really powerful and a really great practice to work with. So I hope you found those practices beneficial. I'm just going to read today's reading because I read it earlier and I thought it was really helpful for me. So again, this book is Journey to the Heart by Melody Beatty. And today's reading is Come Back to Center. Come back to center, that place in you that is still, calm, quiet, and connected. Your center is a place you can trust. It connects the body, mind, heart, and soul. Your best work comes from here. Your most loving times come from here. Your insights, awareness, and guidance come from being there at that place. Your best decisions and finest moments come from that place. Your center is a place that is quietly confident, unassuming, spontaneous, and free. Your center is a place that is naturally joyful and at peace. If you must leave your center to learn a lesson, feel a feeling, or experiencing something new, do that. Take all the side trips you are called to, but come back to your center when you're done. And go to your center first before you go anywhere else. So, I thought that was a perfect reading for us today as we are going to need to check in with ourselves about what works and what doesn't. And we do that when we practice mindfulness, and we do that before we proceed into our classrooms. We need to check in with ourselves. So, doing that together in the mornings or at some point in your day is a really, really great practice to keep coming back to and returning to so that we can do the difficult things that we need to do. But I want you to know that you have that center in you already. It's nothing that you need to achieve or get. It's there and it wants you to pay attention to it. So I leave you with that you have everything you need. You just need to maybe stay a little quieter and listen for what it's trying to tell you. But it's there. So I'll end on that note of hope. All right, it's Danielle from Teaching Well. I look forward to seeing you next week, and please keep in contact. I look forward to working with you all soon. Bye-bye.